Good morning. It's Devorah. It's InStory Live, and I am back home and hoping I have better connection. I do have my faithful, um, I do have my faithful assistant here. Say good morning. Say good morning, InStory Live. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, everybody. But he's gonna spend some time just hanging out on my lap so that you can actually concentrate on what I'm saying. Theoretically, it's a concept. And, like one of my friends said, Laura, I can't listen to a word you're saying when Kai is there. And it's because they're so, hi, Kay, that you're the one here, Kay. Here he is to distract you again. Because here's the thing babies have like this laser connection to the higher realms. And it's actually something that I want to talk about. So maybe we'll just let you see the top of his cute head for right now and see if I can teach. Otherwise, I'll have to find a whole other time to teach. But there is something unbelievable about the presence of a little soul like this. So here it comes back in view. And part of it is because you feel like if you believe in the life of the soul, you feel their souls are so fresh, right? Like you look into a baby's eyes, and at least for me, it's like looking into that other realm. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. And so I'll try and teach into it a little bit today. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll keep going this week to give over the teaching that I want to give over to you. I know it's awfully distracting because there's cuteness. Um, okay, so this past week in my Jewish world, we read the very beginning of the Torah, the very beginning of Genesis, and it says the very first thing it says is, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. And then it says, V'haaretz haita tohu vavohu, meaning the land was in chaos. And land doesn't just mean the physical land, it means all of physical creation. And but so I had this, sometimes you'll get a realization, and it's like so obvious, but it seems amazing. And so reading ancient texts can have this really great effect in that way. And I thought, wait a minute. It says in the beginning, God created the heavens, which in Hebrew is called Shemaim, the heavens and the earth. These are two very distinct realms. So this is a little bit into my belief system, but the idea that there's a physical realm and there's a spiritual realm. And so it never says that the spiritual realm is tohu vavohu, that the spiritual realm is chaos. And for some reason, that really struck me. And the other thing is, I'm going to say a couple other things about what was created in the very beginning. And what struck me is that when God says the land was chaos, then the very next thing it says is that there was darkness over the face of the abyss. And then the very next line is, and the Spirit of God hovered over the water. So first of all, you could say what water? It never says water was created. And but but I want to go over something else instead, because right after that it then says God said, let there be light. And we have the process of the days of creation. But we have this like little introductory section. So what the heck is that? So this is how my mind works here. So I think it's instructions for how to live in this physical world and be whole and be elevated. And God's giving us tools and tips. So it struck me that when it says the land was chaos, it's like entropy. There is always disorder, and there's always the move towards that disorder unless we actually create order. And we have to create order over and over all the time. And then it says, and there was darkness over the face of the abyss. And it's like there's also this dark energy over the abyss, like depression, horrors in our world. Like we've seen these terrible things. And then it says, and the Spirit of God hovered over the face of the water. So we're physically mostly water, our planet's mostly water. And in Hebrew, the word for heavens, shamayim, breaks into two words. Mayim is water, and sham means there. So it kind of breaks up into there, water there, the waters that are there. So, like, as water is a concept of a spiritually elevated element, just as light has that connotation of spiritually elevated element, because of course the light on the first day is not the physical light because there's no sun, moon, and stars. So why am I even telling you all this? Like, you're not Jewish. You're not coming to learn some, Jewish text class with me. So why am I telling you? Because I think it's incredibly encouraging for how to make a meaningful life. If I know that this chaos and this dark over the abyss is part of what's built into the plan, and also God's presence, this uplifting, connecting presence, and this creation of this spiritual light is all existing all the time, then I get to choose what to tune into. If I bump into chaos, I can go, okay, I need to create some light, some order, some distinction. And if I'm hitting the darkness over the abyss, I can look up and I can feel the presence of God hovering over me. I can feel that we have access to that realm. And also, I thought that other realm, that Shemaim realm, that spiritual realm, if it's never in chaos, then that's where we can always access clarity. Like, that's where we can always access that transformational, uplifted, energetic shift. And that is why I'm telling you this, because so many of the women that I work with are being called to this more spiritually elevated, energetic place. And that I believe we have access, not that we're prophets, but that each of us is given access. Every single human has access to this elevated realm. All these realms exist all at the same time. And there's tons of different teachings about and ways of gaining access to these realms. And I believe that we all know this as kids, then we get it shut down. Like, imagination is a way into that realm. And meditation and channeled writing and work in flow and intuition, all of these things are ways of accessing this other realm. And it is the best thing ever. It resets our being, gives us joy. I was listening to another rabbi teaching, and he said, joy is being aligned with your purpose. That is so good. That even when things are hard, if you know you're aligned with your purpose, doesn't take away the joy, the bigger, deeper joy of your being. So, like, I know that part of my purpose is to be a teacher, to try to pull out spiritual inspiration from wherever it occurs to me, wherever I find it, and to give it over to you so that you can turn around, be inspired, and share with the next person. So, I hope that you will feel some inspiration to kind of understand the nature of things and look up. A lot of times I joke and I say, look up, oh, look up, look who's here looking up, look up. And that idea that God is hovering over the face of the water. So look up, feel this higher presence hovering over you at all times that you always have access to. And there are so many teachings about water, and I'm sure you guys could add your own spiritual teachings about water, which I would love to hear. I often talk about trees, so today we're talking about the spiritual energy of water. Okay, so I would love to hear your thoughts. What uplifts you spiritually? What are your thoughts about the spiritual energy of water, and anything else you would like to share with me that is spiritually uplifting for you? I would love to hear. And so Kai and I say we're going to say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye. And I'm going to lift him up a little bit so you can see him more. And everybody have an amazing day wherever you are, whenever it is. I would love to hear from you. So make a comment, send me a message, share your inspirations, and always remember to go out in the world, share your story, live your purpose, and be a blessing. Bye, folks. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.